a WikiVidi documentaries production. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Enjoy. Óscar Valdez. Óscar Rafael Valdez Fierro is a Mexican professional boxer who has held the WBO featherweight title since 2016. Valdez qualified for the 2008 Olympics at the age of 17 and became the first Mexican youth world champion. 4 years later he qualified for the 2012 Summer Olympics. Valdez is known for his aggressive fighting style, punching power and terrific combination punching. He currently boasts a 83% knockout ratio. As of November 2017, he is ranked the 6th best active featherweight in the world by the Ringand, the Transnational Boxing Rankings Board. Amateur career. At age 17, Valdez came to upset 2007 Pan Am champion Carlos Cuadras at the semi-final of the 2007 National Championships, and winning the bantamweight championship in his next bout. At the Olympic qualifier he edged out Brazilian James Pereira in the semi-final, and got one of 2 votes even though he lost in the final to Yankee Leon, getting a silver medal and a pass to the Beijing Olympics, with only 3 international bouts in his record. In Beijing, however, he ran right into eventual gold medal winner Nkbaten Badayugan, and lost his first bout 4-15. In 2008, he moved up to featherweight and won the first 2008 Youth World Amateur Boxing Championships. The tournament was held in Guadalajara in his home country, and he showed off the experience he had gained by beating his opponents from Barbados, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, Ukraine, and Russia. In the semi-finals, he had also knocked out the opponent from Ukraine in the first round. In the finals, he dominated the opposition, such as Russian Maxim Dardashev, whom he beat 12-0 in the final. In Milan, at the 2009 World Amateur Boxing Championships, he won the bronze medal and became the first Mexican to achieve a medal at a World Championships in the history of the sport in Mexico. After his run-through of the featherweight division, once again Valdez moved back down to bantamweight. There, he won his Olympic qualifier. Valdez won his first fight in the 2012 Olympic Games, defeating India's Shiva Thapa by a margin of 14-9. In his second fight of the Games, he won to Tajikistan's Anvar Yunusov by a margin of 13-7, then lost 13-19 to Ireland's John Joe Nevin. Early career. Valdez made his professional debut at the age of 21 on November 3, 2012. He defeated Angel Prado via second-round stoppage in a scheduled 6-round fight. The fight took place at the Centro de Usos Multiples in Hermosillo, Sonora, Mexico. In December, Valdez knocked out Corbin Page in round 2 at the Texas Station Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. Both fights took place at featherweight. In 2013, Valdez fought a total of 6 times at super featherweight, winning all the bouts inside the distance. By the end of the year, he racked up a record of 8 wins, all by stoppage and no defeats. On March 1, 2014, Valdez fought Samuel Sanchez on the undercard of Lomachenko Salido at the Alamodome in San Antonio, Texas. The fight was halted in round 3, as Valdez won via technical knockout. Valdez next fought in April on the Pacquiao-Bradley 2 undercard. He fought Adrian Perez for the vacant NABS Junior Super Featherweight title in his first 8-round bout. The fight ended in round 4 when Valdez landed with a left hand to the liver, followed by a right hand, which sent Perez down to all fours. Perez made no attempt to get to his feet as the referee waved and ended the bout. The 3 judges had Valdez ahead at the time of stoppage. Valdez successfully defended the title in May at the Forum in Inglewood, California, retiring Noah Echevarria after round 6. Valdez returned to featherweight for the first time in 9 fights on July 26 and went on to claim the vacant NABS Junior Featherweight title in an 8-round unanimous decision victory against experienced journeyman Juan Ruiz at the Celebrity Theater in Phoenix, Arizona. All 3 judges equally scored the fight 80-71 in Valdez's favor. Ruiz was deducted 1 point for excessive holding during the fight. The fight significantly ended the successive knockout streak dating back to Valdez's fight in November 2012. Valdez made a defense of the NABF Junior Super Featherweight title in the Alamodome in November against Mexican boxer Alberto Garza 26-8-1. 21 KOs. Valdez retained the title via a technical knockout in round 7. Valdez fought a further 5 times towards the end of 2014 through to December 2015. Notable boxers he defeated included former super bantamweight title challenger Chris Avalos, Jose Ramirez, and former interim world featherweight title challenger Ruben Tamayo. Valdez vs. Gradovich. It was announced that Valdez would be fighting on the undercard of Pacquiao-Bradley 3 on April 9, 2016. For the vacant WBO NABO featherweight title against another prospect and former IBF featherweight champion Evgeny Gradovich, at MGM Grand Garden Arena in Paradise, Nevada. Valdez defeated Gradovich via 4th-round stoppage to claim the vacant title and move up in the WBO rankings. Valdez dominated from the opening bell with head and body combinations also appearing to have broken Gradovich's jaw. In round 4, Valdez caught Gradovich with a left hook which put him on the canvas. Referee Russell Mora started the count. Gradovich managed to get up, but Mora made the call to end the fight. Valdez vs. Rueda. On July 23, 2016, the undercard of Crawford Postal at the MGM Grand Garden Arena, Valdez fought undefeated Argentine boxer Matias Rueda. 2 days prior to the fight, it was announced the fight would be for the WBO featherweight title after Vasyl Lomachenko decided to stay at super featherweight and vacate the featherweight title. Valdez claimed his first world title by winning the vacant WBO championship, with a second-round stoppage win over Rueda, dropping him twice with body shots. After the second knockdown, referee Russell Mora waived the count for the TKO. Valdez vs. Osawa, Marriaga. Valdez made his first title defense against 31-year-old Japanese boxer Hirosuke Osawa on the undercard of Pacquiao-Vargas PPV bout on November 5, 2016. Osawa was ranked by the WBO. The fight took place at the Thomas & Mack Center in Paradise, Nevada. Valdez told FightNews.com of his excitement for his first title defense. "I am excited for this fight. I am looking at this fight like if I am the challenger and I want to keep that mentality to do my best and win the fight. I am ready for my first title defense. But I am still training like I am trying to win the title." The fight was one-sided fight. Valdez halted Osawa in round 7 when he hurt him with a hook followed by a barrage of shots that prompted referee Vic Drakulich to stop the fight. Valdez hit accurate jabs and hard shots to the body and head from the opening bell and managed to knock down Osawa in round 4. At the time of stoppage, Valdez was ahead 60-53 on all 3 judges' scorecards. According to CompuBox, Valdez landed 191 punches to only 35 by Osawa, which included 129 power punches to Osawa's 18. On February 17, 2017, Top Rank announced that Valdez would be making a mandatory defense of his WBO featherweight title against former WBA Super World featherweight title challenger Miguel Marriaga in the main event at the StubHub Center in Carson, California on April 22, 2017. Marriaga knocked out Guy Robb in August 2016 to become the #1 challenger. Bob Arum confirmed the undercard card would also include Gilberto Ramirez and Jesse Magdaleno defending their respective WBO titles, and Olympic silver medalist Shakur Stevenson making his professional debut. In front of 5,419 fans, Valdez retained his WBO title in a slugfest, but was taken the 12-round distance for the first time in his professional career. It was also the first time in 6 fights going back to June 2015 that Valdez had a decision victory. The final judges' scorecards were 119-108, 118-109 and 116-111. Many at ringside believed the wider scores did not do Marriaga any justice as it was a back-and-forth action fight. Marriaga was knocked down in round 10 after some strong middle rounds. Valdez vs. Servania. In July 2017, Top Rank set a return date of September 22, 2017 for Valdez to make a third defense of his WBO title. His manager Frank Espinoza confirmed that he was back in training. A venue in Tucson, Arizona was discussed. On August 9, It was revealed that Valdez would fight unbeaten Filipino boxer Genesis Servania in the voluntary defense at the Tucson Convention Center, with Gilberto Ramirez once again co-featuring. Valdez stated that he would like to unify the division and fight the winner of Leo Santa Cruz and Abner Mares, which was likely to take place in the fall of 2017. In front of a crowd of 4,103, Valdez managed to recover from a knockdown and score a knockdown of his own, en route to retaining his WBO title via unanimous decision after 12 rounds. The three judges scored the fight 117-109, 116-110, 115-111 in favor of Valdez. Servania dropped Valdez in round 4 with a right hand to the head. Valdez recovered, but looked visibly hurt as he tried to shake it off. Servania was dropped following a big left hook the very next round. After round 6, the fight became one-sided. Servania struggled to let his hands go. After one punch, Valdez would grab Servania in a clinch. Valdez began to work the jab and throw power shots until the closing bell. In the post-fight interview, Valdez shrugged off the knockdown. "I never thought I was gonna be on the canvas like that. But this is boxing. To be completely honest, I wasn't really hurt. I was really surprised. I was like, okay, I'm on the floor. But now, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna do my work." Valdez managed to land 192 of 697 punches. He earned $400,000 for the fight, while Servania, who earned a $55,000 purse, connected 120 of his 450 thrown. Servania seemed upset with the wide scorecards, felt it was close and was open to fighting Valdez again. Valdez vs. Quigg. Top Rank stated they were planning to have Valdez back in action in February 2018, and hoped to have him fight 3 times during 2018. On November 28, 2017, according to Ring TV, Valdez was to make his next defense on March 10, 2018 at the StubHub Center in Carson, California, headlining a Top Rank card on ESPN. On the 3rd of January 2018, ESPN first reported that a deal was close to being reached for Valdez to defend his WBO featherweight title against British boxer Scott Quigg. On January 13, the fight was finalized. Valdez came in at 125.8 pounds. At the weigh-in for his 4th defense. Quigg, however, came in 3 pounds over at 128.8 pounds. He was not allowed to re-weigh. According to the California State Athletic Commission, if a fighter is 2 pounds or more over the contractual limit, he would not be allowed to lose the extra weight as he would have been dried out. Any more weight loss could potentially be dangerous to their health. The CSAC fined Quigg 20% of his official purse of $100,000, with Valdez receiving half of the money from the fine. Quigg's purse was believed to be far more at around $500,000 plus British TV rights. Valdez was due his highest purse at $420,000, not including the additional $10,000 from Quigg's purse. After a hard-fought 12-round battle with saw Valdez break Quigg's nose and in return Valdez have his own front teeth damaged. The final scorecards read 117-111, 117-111 and 118-110 in favor of the Valdez, thus retaining his WBO title. Quigg suffered a cut over his left eye in round 5 which caused him issues later in the fight, whereas Valdez, after having his mouth busted, was seen with blood pouring out in the second half of the fight. The difference in the fight was that Valdez had too much hand and foot speed for Quigg, and was able to unload on multiple punches on Quigg. Valdez's style of a higher punch output also caused him to take a lot of punishment throughout the fight. Valdez was hurt in round 5 from a big left hook from Quigg. In round 11, Valdez hurt Quigg with a hard headshot in the final 20 seconds. It was in round 11 that Quigg began to use his jab more to his own advantage. Valdez was then hurt by a low blow in that round. In round 12, Valdez tied Quigg up frequently and used movement to stay out of trouble. Quigg was humble in defeat, stating the better man won, but felt it was closer. ESPN scored the fight for Valdez 115-113. They also reported that Quigg weighed 142.2 pounds compared to Valdez, who was 135.6 pounds on Fight Night. Compared box numbers showed that Valdez landed 238 of 914 punches thrown, and Quigg landed 143 of his 595 thrown. After the fight, Quigg explained the reason he missed weight was because he had fractured his foot 4 weeks before the fight and unable to run to lose the extra pounds. Brought to you by WikiVidi Documentaries. Would you like to know more?